Welcome to the Big History Exhibition. It's our first time back since the pandemic started, and we're really glad to have you here tonight.
Our ideas of big history changed through experience. It means something different to all of us.
For our project, we decided to interview a total of 8 people over a series of questions regarding big history and what it means to us. And these are the answers to those questions.
What is big history and what does it mean to you?
Big history helps me form sort of my identity in the world that we live in. It combines cultural history and like the evolution of humankind, but it also talks about natural history and the place that humans have in the world and how we can change things for the better.
Big history is the creation of all things, starting from the beginning and all the events leading up until now, and also the events that will eventually happen in the future. And to me, big history is just another way to view the creation story. Personally, I'm a Christian, and that does not necessarily mean that I can't believe in big history. I can implement it in my own religion as well.
Big history is this idea of a cosmic accumulation of first matter, and then as humans and life start to come along, ideas. And what it means to me is it gives me a different perspective on the universe and how things started. And it is important to me because of this idea of accumulation which led to where we are today. It's the reason why we're alive, and it's the reason why technology is so advanced.
How does big history give us a better understanding of our universe story?
It helps us lay out our pasts in an easily accessible way, which helps us to revisit, explore, and teach people about our cosmic timeline, creating a future that we can better understand.
I think that big history can help us understand our place in the present, because if we understand the past, we can understand patterns in our cultural behavior and where we can go to make the future a better place.
How can big history unite us?
I think that in our society today, it's really easy to notice differences in people. Like this person doesn't look like me, or they don't speak the same language or sound the same. And I think that learning about big history can help unite us together by acknowledging that we all need water, we all need food, we all bleed the same color. So I think that that's a way that it can improve in our society.
Big history unites us, as it is one shared creation story that all humans can have in common together. So when you see a fellow person walking down the street, you know you both came from the same place. It connects us because we know where we came from, and knowing where you came from is very powerful.
Well, there are many things that unite us, and there are many ideas of how the universe started. There are many different ideas within religion and within all kinds of respective manners. But big history in particular unites us because it is one coherent story that at least most people can agree with, and it gives this clear idea of how exactly we started, which is important.
How can our past help guide us into our future?
I think that we can use our past experiences and our encounters, and we can figure out what things we can avoid or things we can even improve on. And that way we can use that knowledge in the future to, kind of maneuver our way around in different challenges that we face.
Our past can guide us into our future by helping us understand what happened in the past and trying to avoid bad situations like wars and other things like that. And it can also help us with the good things that come in life.
Our past can guide us into our future by us gathering information and learning from mistakes and seeing what worked and what didn't work and making a difference and a change.
How can big history teach us about ourselves?
Big history tells us and teaches us that life itself is a miracle. It's wonderful and amazing that we're all here as just humans, and it tells us where we are in this big history that we've had so far, and kind of gives us a purpose too for being here, to collectively take care of our earth as a species and take care of everything that's living on it, and to do good in the world as well.
I think that there are a lot of repeating qualities that happen through evolution. I guess specifically of humans, we see impulses and things, and I think that can teach us about real human nature. I think human nature is an objective concept, but there are repeating themes that big history can help us to understand about ourselves.
What is humanities?
Humanities itself is just a portion of big history. Big history is the whole story, and humanities is just the story of humans' place in that whole story. So from the beginning of human life up until now and into the future, that is humanities. And how us humans decide to shape our future is the next part of humanities' place in big history. And how we choose to do that starts now.
In our program, it's the study of language and history, but in general, it's the study of art, philosophy, writing, and human stories and experiences.
What role does humanities play in big history?
Big history is an extremely long timeline. The average lifespan of a human is about 80 years, but compared to the whole 14 billion years of all existence, that seems like nothing. And even the whole existence of humans, which is only 200 million years, seems like nothing as well. But perhaps in those 200 million years is when the most change has occurred in the shortest amount of time. Humans go from evolving from using spears and flint and fire to creating advanced technology, which has led to the creation of this sign that I'm next to right now. And it is also what has allowed us to discover this big history story.
Humanity's role in big history is to show us our history as a human species and the impacts we've made on the earth and collectively as ourselves. And it also shows us too, we learn and reflect on what our actions we take now and the consequences.
How would you describe your place in big history?
I contribute to advancing the complexity of our world story. So while I might not be making the world as complex as somebody else is making it, I am contributing to all of the different factors that make us who we are and make our world what it is.
My place in big history, not only as a community Montessori student, but as an individual human being, I like to learn about big history because it helps us understand our universe story and mankind.
Thanks for watching our Big History exhibition video. Here's a clip of our seniors here at Montessori answering the question, how does big history help you after graduation?
As a senior, how will big history help guide you after graduation?
The lessons I've learned here at Montessori will help me imagine my ideal future. I'll be able to anticipate the challenges and rejoice in my future triumphs.
Yeah, like she said, the connections that we can make from our high school experience to our college experience can help us in all of our future endeavors.